Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the Peter H. Capstick Hunting Heritage Award, Richard Cheatham, Award Committee Chairman, and Mrs. Fiona Claire Capstick.
After that long of an introductory video, I'm not sure you need for me to talk. And you agree. And I didn't know I was first, but I have a few notes. First, thank you. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. Brenda and I are delighted to be in Dallas and delighted to see so many of our friends here. And Happy New Year. It is a new year. I haven't made any mistakes yet, and this is the 6th day of January. I hope it works the same for you. Now, Brenda and I were hunting in Spain last October. A gamekeeper commented to us, a gamekeeper in Spain, Larry, we should be able to vote in the United States elections because they affect everybody in the world. What an interesting idea. And we agreed. So I say, let's make America great again. We know who won the elections, but do you know why? Well, I want to show you this gold jacket that I'm wearing. The NRA gave Brenda and I gold jackets because we give them a lot of money. And I wear it almost everywhere I go, hoping you will do the same. Now, Miss Brenda, of course, also has a gold jacket. She doesn't wear it as often as I do, but I think she tries more to compliment me rather than just to team up with me, and I'll let you be the judge of that. One of the projects that Brenda and I have been fortunate enough to work on was what we call the Youth Wildlife Conservation Experience, YWCE. And it started right here in 2011. First year that the kids were in it was 2012. Our very own DSE, Scott McClure, and I talked, and we talked about, everybody says, well, we're all old people. Where are the young people coming from? And we said, well, what can we do about that? What would it take to get a bus to bus kids in here every year to this organization? Because what a great, great thing for kids to see the displays, to hear some wildlife conservation messages from some of the world leaders in wildlife conservation. What would it take to do that? Well, Scott's an educator, and he pretty quickly came up with $50 a person. Well, Brenda and I are always interested in endowments. We talked about how many kids, and we talked about 400 kids a year, and $50 a person was $20,000. What would it take to create an endowment that would fund $20,000 a year forever? Forever. It's only 400 grand. I know that's a lot of money, but it's still only $400,000. So we wrote that check back in 2011, and in 2012, the YWCE started here, and those of you in the convention saw these kids on the convention floor coming through and getting an exposure to Dallas Safari Club, to all the wonderful exhibitors, and also the key wildlife conservation messages that I got from all the speakers. A very special thing, we went around the circuit for all the key conservation groups. Many of you go to lots of them, to Wild Sheep and Rocky Mountain Elk Foundation and Pheasants Forever and Wild Turkey Federation. You'll find the same thing there. The Youth Wildlife Conservation Experience is just one way of engaging today's youth in what we believe in that will be part of tomorrow. So, thanks to Scott McClure for that. You may not know that there are 20,000. Yeah, Scott. Where's Scott here, buddy? I don't know where he is, but he's a really, really key part of this organization. You may not know that there are 20,000, over 20,000 high schools and colleges in America. Our kids, our grandkids, go to one of those 20,000 schools. The only reason the schools exist is to teach our kids. And they do a great job of it. Certainly can do better. The Dallas Safari Club's Outdoor Skills Program is in a few of those. I can tell you that about 3,000 of them have gun clubs. 3,000 of the 20,000 high schools and colleges in America have gun clubs. About 2,200 of them have endowed money in the Midway USA Foundation that every year gives them 5% of those endowed funds to fund their high school and college shooting teams. So what I call for is we must help Dallas Safari Club, the Dallas Ecological Foundation, the Outdoor Skills Program, and Outdoors Tomorrow. I'll leave it up to you guys to sort all that out. Let's get the Outdoor Skills Program in all 20,000 of the high schools and colleges in America. And I say that because we can do that, and because we should. And Scott didn't pay me to give him that plug. With that, we can change the future. So we can fight for today, always, we will, but we also must invest, we must give, and with those gifts we can change the future for our grandkids. And Brenda and I have 6 grandkids. 2 of them are here tonight, and I have to have them stand up so I can call them out. Jay and Eliza are right back here at table 38. Wave your hands up high. 9 and 11, they're turkey hunters, they're deer hunters, they've been to Africa one time. They're part of the future in America, and I know that you all have grandkids the same way. I love them. I want to talk about the Capstick Award. Wow. I'm a great fan of Peter Capstick as a writer. I went back and read many of those books, some in my library that I had read 25 years ago, and new ones that I had to buy that I thought, well, I gave it away or whatever. I remember I had 4 years of English in high school, and similes, metaphors, and analogies. I don't remember what all those things were, but Peter Capstick had those in spades. I mean, he knew what those were, and he was a master at it. So I love his writing. It's a wonderful honor to be associated with the Peter Capstick name. So we're both honored and humbled to be up here tonight, to be recognized for this, because it's a very, very special thing. And a special thank you for the personal attention that we got from Ms. Capstick this morning over coffee. She gave us some very special books and spent very much time with us. So we're very much honored with that, and we'll be forever grateful. I hope we didn't take too much time. I'm Larry Potterfield with Midway USA. Thanks for your business. And let's make America great again.